You are struggling with your grocery budget, struggling to feed your family on the previous budget that you had for your family, or maybe you didn't have a budget at all, this is the video for you. Today, I'm going to share 10 tips to help decrease your grocery costs, how to save money on your groceries as grocery prices are rising. It is crazy how much grocery prices has risen since the start of 2020 in this past year and a half, 2 years. It's been crazy how much they've risen with inflation and a whole bunch of different other reasons. So today I'm going to show you some easy ways that you can cut costs on your groceries. Now, first thing is know how much you're spending on your groceries. So look at your grocery spending, look back at some past bank statements and write down every time that you went to the grocery store, even if it was you went to the grocery store for $5 or $10, these little short trips, write them down. Do a spending analysis of your grocery budget. I have a spreadsheet if you want a spending analysis, and you can go through your groceries, your gas, your personal spending, all the different categories for you. It helps break it down for you, does little formulas, and you can go back up to 6 months and it does an average for you of what you're spending, which is awesome. So do a spending analysis on what you're spending so you know what you are spending on groceries, whether it's $200, $500, $1,000, $800, whatever it is. Then I would recommend trying to cut between 10 and 30% of your grocery budget. Most families can cut about 10 to 30% of their spending, and we're going to talk about some ways that you can do that here. Now, with that 10 to 30%, don't try and do it all in the first month. Don't say, okay, we're spending this much, now we got to cut 30% because Kelly said we have to. No, cut back a little over time. Cut back maybe $10 a month. And then once you get comfortable with that new budget, then $20, then $30, and cut back a little until you're at the point of where you want to be spending. So if you are spending $500 now and you want to get down to $400, then cut back a little bit until you hit that $400 mark and you feel comfortable with it. The number 2 tip is to check your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer before you go to the store. There's so many times where I am so guilty of this too, where I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this and this. I write my meal plan. I write everything out, my list. I have it all set. And then I get home and I'm like, oh, I already have that. I already have 3 bags of frozen peas in the freezer. I guess I didn't need another bag of frozen peas, or I already had the rice in the pantry. I already had this. And so check your fridge and freezer before you go to the store to make sure that you're not buying duplicates. Try and cut back on that. A lot of people will try and stock up, and yes, that's great. But if you're trying to cut costs, use the things that you have on hand already. That's a really great way. And that way you don't have to worry about things expiring, but only buy what you actually need this week for your meal plan, and look at your pantry, look at your freezer, all of that. You can do an inventory of your fridge, your freezer, and pantry so that you can keep track of what you have. That's another great way to do it as well. Number 3 is to utilize your phone and apps. There's so many amazing apps out there. I personally love Fetch Rewards. That's one of my favorites. There's also Checkout 51, there's Shopkick, there's Ibotta. There's a bunch of different ones. I actually have a few videos on apps of your phone and apps that can help save you money and cashback. My theory is if you're already going to be spending the money at the store, you might as well get some cash back. You might as well get some free gift cards. I've gotten so many gift cards from Fetch Rewards alone. Fetch Rewards is my favorite grocery app. I use it every single time I go to the store, and not just groceries, but I use it for gas. I use it for when I go to Costco. I use it for when I go to Walmart and Target, and when I get Jamie his beer at Total Wine & More, I use Fetch Rewards. So definitely use apps to cut costs, to get groceries and gift cards so that you can save money. If you're shopping at Walmart, then get some Walmart gift cards, and then that's paying for your groceries right there, which is an awesome way to save. So I do have some resources in the description box. I have some blog posts, I have some tutorials, and also codes for you to get free gift cards as well when you sign up with my link. Another thing is also download the store app. So if you're shopping at Publix, download the Publix app. If you're shopping at Walmart, download the Walmart app or the Aldi app. Whatever store you're shopping at, download their app, because a lot of times they have their own coupons. You can look at the flyers right on the app. You can see what's on sale that week, and you can plan accordingly that way. So apps are an awesome way to save money. Number 4 is to watch for sales and compare prices. This is a big one that some people don't agree with me on, but I personally am willing to drive 15 minutes for a store that's going to save me a lot of money. I have, where I live in South Florida, I have a Publix that's less than a mile down the road from me, super close, but I also have an Aldi that's about 15 minutes away. I drive to the Aldi because I can save 30 to 40% by shopping at Aldi versus the Publix. Yes, Publix is a lot more convenient, but to me, driving that extra 15 minutes, that's so worth the savings that I'm going to have. So be willing to drive a little bit farther to go to a cheaper store, or if you have a store that's having a crazy sale on something that you want, or on meat or whatever it may be, drive to the store, make a trip at it, run your errands in that area so that you can save some money. Also compare prices. Compare what prices are at this store, what prices are at this store. I have a printable where I will write down all the cheapest prices so I know, okay, at Aldi, rice is this much, at Publix is this much, at Walmart is this much, so that I know when I'm buying rice, Aldi is the best place. When I'm buying coffee, Walmart's the best price. When I'm buying this, then this is the best price, so that I know that, hey, next time I go to Walmart, I'm going to buy a little bit more coffee. When I'm going to Aldi, I'm going to buy this, this, and this. And so I know what stores have the best prices. Number 5 is to make a meal plan. If you want, I have this free download for you guys, which is a meal plan, a 7-day meal plan for dinners or lunches or whatever you want it to be. It has the meals all planned out for you, and then it also has recipe cards, and there is even a shopping list that shows you every single thing. If you're gonna make all of the recipes, this is the shopping list that you want, as well as blank pages as well, and free blank pages for your recipes and meal plan and everything, which is so awesome. So definitely check this out. This is a free resource that I have for you guys down below in the description box. But having a meal plan is a really great way to stay on track of what you're gonna be spending and what you're gonna be eating. I know that a big thing in our house, and honestly, full transparency, I have gotten away from the meal plan a little bit, and my husband Jamie will come home from work and I'll be like, what do you want for dinner? And he's like, I don't know. And I'll be like, all right, how about this? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And to me, I'm like, I'm sorry, that's fine? That's fine is like the worst response that he can give me. I don't know if it's just like my pregnancy hormones, but I want to hear, yeah, babe, that sounds delicious. Or yeah, that sounds awesome. Not that's fine. That's fine to me sounds like, yeah, I guess I'll eat that. I'd rather get it takeout, but I guess I'll eat that. That's fine. So having a meal plan, that way I can say, hey babe, these are the meals that we're going to have this week. What meals do you want me to add? That's another great way to get your family involved in saying, hey, what are some meals that you want? You want lasagna? Okay. Why don't we make lasagna on Tuesday? Okay, let's do this. Let's do burgers this day. Let's do whatever meals they want. And that way they get excited and part of the process as well. I also have a course on how to save money on groceries. It's a super affordable course. What it is it's taking tons of resources and different ways that you can save money on groceries and puts it into a concise course for you, so you can watch all the videos, you can get all the resources, all the downloads, all the workbook, everything, and you can watch the whole course in about 2 hours versus watching this video on here and this and there and this and this and this and all of this stuff that just jumbles. This is super concise that you can say, okay, we are working on saving money on our groceries. This is the course to do it. So I'll have that linked down below in the description. How to save money on groceries. It's on sale right now, so definitely check it out. Number 6 is to not look at eye level products when you're in the store. When you're in the store, say you're looking at ketchup. I don't know why I thought of ketchup, but when you're looking at ketchup in the store, there's tons of ketchups, right? There's tons of different salad dressings or tons of different whatever it is. Don't look at the eye level. That's actually going to be the most expensive products. You want to look up and you want to look down, because marketing wise, most people are lazy. Most people just go and they scan the middle one, and that's the one they grab rather than looking up and down. So that's the one that's going to be the most expensive. So look on the little shopping tags. Most stores, I think it's like a requirement now that most stores have the cost per ounce, cost per unit, cost per gram, or whatever it is. And you can say, okay, this is 21 cents per ounce. That bottle may look cheaper, but it's actually 39 cents per ounce. So this one that is a little bit more expensive is actually the better deal per ounce. So definitely look at the tags and you can see which one is going to be the best price and compare prices right there and see what's going to be the best deal. So look up, look down, but don't look right in the eye level. Number 7 is to round up as you go. So before you go to the grocery store, you want to have your grocery budget in mind and saying, okay, whether you're doing cash envelopes or whatever you're going to be using, whether you want to use Cube or whatever it is, and say, okay, I'm spending $150 today at the grocery store. I got a big family. We got a Labor Day party or whatever it is, and $150 is my budget. Go and as you're adding things to your cart, round up as you go. So if you're buying a product that's $3.49, round up to $4. If you're buying something that's $7.83, round up to $8 so that you can do the math in your head or have your phone have a calculator or write it down as you go. And that way, when you get to the checkout, you're not shocked. It's actually going to be under budget of what you expected. And that way you can say, okay, I know that this is what we're spending, versus you get to the checkout and it's $50 over and you're like, well, let me just swipe my card. No, know what you're going to be spending and know the prices of what everything is, and then round up so that you're actually pleasantly surprised. Number 8 is to do a pantry challenge. So this is something that I do periodically when I am over budget, or honestly, sometimes I do it when I'm burnt out on foods, because when I do a pantry challenge, it makes me get creative. It makes me think outside the box of like, okay, how can I use up these items? I have tortillas, I have barbecue sauce, I have cheese, I have chicken. What can I do? Let's make barbecue chicken pizzas with tortillas or roll-ups or whatever it may be. So do a pantry challenge and say, okay, this week we can only eat from the pantry, and we got to figure it out. We can only eat from the pantry, the fridge, the freezer. This is also a great way to clean out groceries. If you have, grapes that are about to get, start to spoil, or vegetables and things are about to expire, this is a really great way to use them up beforehand. Make a casserole, throw all the random ingredients in there, make a delicious casserole, throw some cheese on there, and you're good to go. So doing a pantry challenge is a great way to really go outside your comfort zone, challenge yourself, get creative with some meals. Some of them that I've made over the years have not been good. And I'm like, okay, I would not make this again. And then some of them I'm like, this was really good. This mix of ingredients and this mix of stuff is really random, but it goes together and it's quite delicious. Number 9 is, once you make a list, stick to it. This has been a struggle for me and so many people, that as I'm going to the store, so much stuff looks good or things are on sale. But when I go to the grocery store now, I'm very specific of, I have my list, this is what I need and this is what I'm getting. And I obviously make sure I'm not going when I'm hungry. Sometimes I actually go when I have to pee a little bit, because that makes me rush more. And I'm like, all right, I don't have time to browse. I don't have time to peruse or whatever it is. I got my list. I got to get in, got to get out. So don't fall for the things that are on sale. Don't fall for the things of buying extra. You're like, oh, well, we need rice for this, but let's buy 3 or 4 extra rices for next time. No, stick to your list and only buy what you need. And that's really going to help to save money. And that's really going to help to reduce your grocery budget. When times are, you have more money or you have more flexibility in your grocery budget, those are the times to stock up, or have a separate cash envelope or a separate fund on stock up items. But if you're trying to get your own personal grocery budget down, stick to the list. Don't do extra stock ups. Don't do things just because they're on sale. What you need, and stick to it. Number 10 is buy generic. I know it's easy to be bougie. It's easy to say, but this is the craft, or this is this brand, or this is this brand, and this is the thing that we've always bought. We've never bought generic. We always buy this brand. Chances are you won't even be able to tell the difference. My husband is very brand loyal, and I shop at Aldi. Very rarely do I buy name brand foods, and he doesn't know the difference. He very, very rarely would like, this tastes weird, this tastes different. And I can trick him 9 times out of 10 by buying generic. You can save so much money by buying generic. It is unbelievable, a great, great, great money saver. Let's keep the conversation going. If you want to know ultimate frugal hacks and habits to save tons of money, check out this video here. And if you want to save some money, if you want to challenge yourself to some savings challenges that you can put towards your goals, whether that's paying off debt or saving for emergency fund or investing, whatever your challenge is, check out these challenges here. No.